I had to take a trip to the dentist on December 15, a Monday, and I left at about 1 on the 73 bus going south towards South County Mall. I'm heading down Broadway on a sunny day, not too cold, maybe above freezing, through the neighborhood along Broadway. Some of the buildings are derelict, obviously, but some of them are not so bad. The bus isn't very crowded. I'm sitting on the left side of the bus looking east at this point. There's somebody in that car buzzing along. Not that much traffic on Broadway. That's the body shop that I took my car to once. The building will never get fixed up there. This part of the town has declined a little bit. That Walgreens went out of business. There even used to be a Schnucks in that parking lot. Now I'm turning, bus number 73 is turning somewhat west on Merrimack Street. You can see the sun blindingly, orbitedly. The fact that I said I'm going west makes it funny to see the sun. The sun is so far in the southern sky right now because of the season. Merrimack Street, not too bad, not too good. An old church I don't remember the name of, probably very little used anymore. And now it turns back southerly on Virginia Street. Always a good sign to see those dumpsters. There's some pretty decent looking houses on this road. And some that need a lot of work. A lot of fourplexes that are probably being converted. Lots of old buildings that aren't quite dead yet. There's a neat mural in that building. And some neat round windows on that building, I would have to say. And then some like 50s architecture stuck in there. It's amazing that guy took the time to cover his car up with a tarp. There is a definitely Art Deco building that we saw. And a completely derelict building there. Lots of businesses that don't have any use along this street. And going under the highway, the road changes names, I believe. Now we're on Michigan Street. Tooling along, still in a somewhat southerly direction. There's another somewhat derelict church. And a brick wall with nothing behind it. A neat brick wall. Nice tree. Another church. Another 50s-ish building stuck in there from a fire or something. Lots of open spaces. There's probably a library for all you know. To look that up. And getting closer to the bluff edge, I believe, on Michigan Street here. You see it's kind of downhill behind it. Right down to the river edge. And more fourplexes and duplex, what do you call them? Probably being used by one. There's a completely derelict building. And a car lot. This is where it veers over to Ivory Street. And somewhat deterioration in the way buildings look. And then this is that underpass under a railroad, and it becomes Alabama Street for a while. Still really the same street. And we're really near Perennial at this point. The Perennial microbrewery would be over there somewhere. And I would like to be over there right now. And now, going over the River de Pere. And now the road changes names to Lime Ferry Road. This is funny. It goes to a little town called Lime. I guess this is Lime, so this technically is a suburbs, although certain people would think it just looks like the city. It's technically the suburbs. Lime. No longer the city. But if anything, more derelict than anything in the city. Is that a quick trip? I think so. A lot of the buildings look very similar to city buildings, but it might be a little more spaced out. Probably still have alleys. And a big empty lot there, obviously. And I love that rendition of the arch. I remember going shopping there in the past. And a gas station. An old Steak and Shake. A lot of car-related businesses, obviously, because, people don't ride buses, they drive cars. Probably an old person's compound, and that's probably the park, Jefferson, what do they call it, park. It's kind of a neat, big, parky park. Brum, brum, brum. Big old pickup truck. Rum, 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 rum. Well, this is a long stop, and then, I can't remember, it might be Revis, I'm not sure. Maybe. For some reason, this is more considered Missouri 267, but it's probably still called Lime Ferry Road by some people. And Dilbergs, I should say. I always get those two mixed up. You'll see more and more car-related businesses along there. Obviously, that's a gas station. And some pretty widely spaced houses along here. You can tell it's kind of bluffy. And a graveyard. Is that a good? No, it's just a big parking lot. Yeah. And then another car-related business. And strip mall-y things, very spaced apart. Everything's spaced apart. That's what people love. Lots of asphalt, lots of parking lots, lots of car-related businesses, lots of drive-throughs, and lots of car dealers, and lots of crap. It's amazing they have those giant covers for people filling their gas. You don't want to get the least bit wet, do you? Cars are accumulating in this part of the reliant of cars. And we're crossing Lindeberg. Already getting close to South County Mall. And we're shooting into the Lindeberg parking lot. The sun orb is visible in the distance. Now I'm getting out. Went to the bathroom at South County Mall after getting off the 73 bus. I got a little time to kill, so I went into the mall to see it. It's another dying mall. Still clean, I guess. They must have a staff that cleans it, but it's pretty... Parts of it are pretty depressingly empty, and the shops that do exist can be a little squirrely compared to the way malls used to be. Still got a famous footwear. A cell phone repair shop. And lots of empty storefronts. I'm heading towards Dillard's because I want to get some Cremo something or other. And there's Dillard's. Now I'm back on the bus. The number 49, short ways to go to the dentist. I see the wonderful, giant, ridiculously big parking lot. It's no longer necessary. Maybe it was necessary in 1970. I don't know. Not necessary to have so much asphalt, but, good for the environment. Asphalt is pretty easy to upkeep. You just pour more cementy shit on it every once in a while. And we're heading out towards, I guess it's called Lemay Ferry Road out here. Oh, look at that. A funeral home. A funeral home, very evident. Good place to kick the bucket and have people come and mourn over you. And some giant water storage units over there, I guess. They must pump the water out of the river and store it in there so it goes into everybody's bathrooms. Or something like that. Waiting and waiting and waiting at the stoplight to turn on to Lindbergh. But I don't have to worry. I'm not in control of this bus. Pretty safe in the big bus. Even the big old SUVs can't take on a bus yet. I'll probably get that big eventually. Some of them look like buses. An actual car, how unusual. It's not even an SUV. Okay. Are we going? Now we're going and going to make a big old left turn on to Lindbergh. I always thought that was neat, the multi-story building that doesn't seem to match the area, and then right next to it is a little what they call a ranch home, I guess. It's probably used for business now, and lots of parking lots. Lots of parking lots. There's still a Best Buy out here in the sticks. Seems like a lot of Best Buys have kicked the bucket. And of course, there's lots of gas stations. Lots of gas stations. It's probably a bank. Was that a Wendy's? Smitty would be pleased. Crossing 55 there. A tight little graveyard right there. I think there's all these down there. I've been to that Quick Trip numerous times. It's really close to Costco. Lots of banks. That was the pasta house, wasn't it? And car lots everywhere. Car lots, car lots, car lots. Car lots, car lots, car lots. Car lots and fast food and gas stations and car lots and fast food and gas stations and giant strip malls, and space is always available. And I think we're turning soon, but there's more car lots to look at. I don't know. Fresh time. And drive-through things everywhere. Everybody's, pretty much glued to their car. Nice, safe unit of steel and glass. Turn left onto Tesson Ferry Road. You see some really, really more car lots. Cars. More and more strip malls and lots of space and lots of asphalt. Can't park on Tesson right there, can you? They won't want you to park there. This is just lovely, isn't it? Lovely suburbia. Great place to live there. Little subdivisions of teeny houses and right next to car lots. And at least they have some. It seems like they have a new sidewalk. Well, now there's no sidewalk. Oh, that's typical. I think we're crossing 270 here. A giant, ridiculous highway full of cars. And that's a real pickup. That's the way a pickup truck should be right there. We're dueling with these other vehicles. The bus is dueling with other vehicles. They're all wondering, what are those city people doing on that bus? And there's some really plain-looking apartments. Plain Jane apartments. Oh, but they have garages under the basement. So your car is nice and protected in your gloomy apartment complex. Plus, to have that car protected. Now I'm out of the bus. Walking along the fringe of Tesson. And they put a little bit of a sidewalk. Must be that damn Biden and that damn infrastructure bill. They actually put a little bit of a sidewalk. What do you know? Oh, these people, they'll let me through. Oh, yeah. Boy, they got this sidewalk fixed up. Boy, oh boy, they really like us pedestrians. Oh, this looks like fun, crossing this road. Crossing Tesson should be a life-altering experience. Here I'm walking on the road, and I should run. I made it. And over, oh boy, look at that. And now I gotta cross this other road. I don't know what it is. I forget what it is. I made it. I made it. I'm getting close to the dentalist. The dentalist is